Hey everybody, Mike here with NovoWorks. Was planning on doing an unboxing video of the Mighty Hoop set that I got. Camera didn't cooperate and I lost it. So anyhow, this is just kind of a walkthrough of once I've unboxed it, put it together, kind of my step through process of learning the system, playing with it a little bit. Anyhow, hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so we've got everything pretty much together. Went really quick and pretty easy. In the little instruction book they've got here, they give you some good starting spots for logo placement, for the left chest, for whatever. So what I'm going to do is just do a test placement for a medium shirt, so a medium men's, and they kind of give you a C15 as your starting location. So you basically take the Mighty Hoop, and you find 15. You look through the window and you can see your 15, and that gives you your starting placement. Flip the little magnetic catches for your backing material. Grab my backing material, my cutaway in this case. Kind of place it. Boom. Held in place, super easy. Next part is to take a shirt. So we'll grab one of these to start with. Again, this is a medium. All right. We've got it in the jig. Tells us C15. So C is that line here. So we basically want to get the collar to C. Place the hoop. And boom, snap it into place. So the theory is this is our proper placement. So what I'll probably do here, slide this out of the way, we'll lay this down, we'll kind of check where we're at. So from our seam, we're about 7.5 down the center. And we're about 5 inches over for our center placement. So that would give us a roughly good starting spot, although typically, no, I'd say that's good. 7 to 7.5 inches down, so that's about where I'd typically want to do it. Obviously snapped well, you don't have to worry about the backing. You know, moving the shirt around, it definitely makes for a faster hooping process, and obviously much more consistent, which is what I'm looking for, is consistency on placement, and then obviously the speed, just the simplification of that hooping process. So far, looks good. We'll see after I do a run. All right, I'm back in it. After doing some measuring on where it placed it for that medium reading that it gave me, thought the centering of that logo was a little high, being only as far down as it was, so I'm moving it down to the 19 position, which is just one step down, and that's actually what they recommend in the book for a large. So I'm going to try that placement and see if that's better. They just give you these numbers as good starting spots, so you know, you kind of have to play with the placement until you figure out exactly what works for you on each shirt, etc. Alright, so let's see where this one lays. Alright, so now we're at basically 7 inches down. And of course I kept my placement left to right the same. But even 7 inches, sorry, hang on. Yeah, 7.5 inches down. So it's a little closer to where I'd like it to be, but I might even want it a hair lower, but that's a pretty good placement there. So again, it certainly makes it consistent. I've tried re-hooping this a few times on the same settings, and it was all pretty much placed exactly as you'd expect. So it's really just a matter of figuring out what, where's your placement work for your size shirts based on what your preferences are in placement on the shirt. But the consistency is fantastic. The hooping process is super fast. So far, I'm definitely impressed. All right, so we're ready to load it in. Alright, so I can tell you that the Mighty Hoops and the magnetic hoops definitely do make setup and the repetitive nature of hooping a shirt much easier. Definitely have a ton less time in the process, more consistent for sure. Only done a handful of shirts with it so far, but it's obvious that on larger orders, which is what I really got this for, this is going to save a ton of time and make the embroidery much more consistent as far as placement, etc. So anyhow, so far, big thumbs up. Again, still need to justify the costs, but I can see how it's going to make a big difference. Anyhow, hope everybody has a great one. Take care.